I'd rather not. We have a weapon offline! You were really something back there. I'll never get tired of this feeling. Sure, I'll hold on to some things. About time we got out of there. I think it'd be unsafe to stay in this area much longer. Make one of those for me, will you? As far as I know, yes. Crucible's not on any maps, so most travelers don't have a way to find us. It made living there a real drag for a curious guy like me. Wait a second! Where are they? Is this yours? Hey, I think I'm getting good at this. Thanks, Captain. That's one heck of a compliment coming from you. Talk to you soon. Let's blast him back into the void. I hope I didn't miss anything good while I've been here. Enemy weapons repaired, Captain. Nice work. That's a real gem. Goodbye, outsider. No use dawdling. Let's put on our suits and get out there. What's on your mind? I'm not seeing any movement. Hopefully we have the place to ourselves. With the renegades in charge now, I can finally leave. Is that the best you can do? Over here, Captain! I hope you'll give me a holler before you head out again. Weapons are back in working order. Kinda nice to go back to your roots, isn't it? This looks like the perfect place to do a little exploring. The settled systems is bigger than I ever could have imagined. The people, the cities, the wildlife. I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. Things went haywire over the Pacific Ocean, though. She crashed somewhere out there and was never seen again. Ha, that's music to my ears. Let's get going. Let's put it to good use, right? The wanderlust is really kicking in these days. I'd love some more time in the ship. Cannons are ready to fire, Captain. Let's do this! Good work! The weapon's out of commission. Wow. I don't think I'll ever get used to that skyline. Well, not that I remember. Technically speaking, the Galathea spent a couple centuries in space with my data on it. The weapons have gone haywire! Get down! The weapons are back in tip-top shape. Well, that's one way to end a fight. Has anyone ever told you you're a poet? My name's Amelia Earhart. Weapons looking all good. I'd love to chat again sometime. They must have run off. Do we have time for a cup of joe? I could really use one. Collecting organic materials around here will be a cakewalk. Works for me. I could use some more time in the co-pilot's chair, Captain. It's dead as a doornail out here. I was expecting a bit more life. Gosh, I hope so. She left behind some big shoes to fill. Any explorer worth their salt would say the same. I think it'd make her proud to hear it. Captain, we have a weapon down! It might be best if we pick a different place to explore. I'll be here waiting. I never made it far, of course. Curiosity killed the cat and all. But at least it kept me from losing my marbles until you came knocking at Crucible's door. I think it's about time to hightail it out of here. I hope this isn't permanent. I don't like the idea of being stuck in one place. Think of it this way. The computer taught me what G-forces are, but it couldn't teach me what it would feel like to experience them in the cockpit. Now you're speaking my language, do you? Everything I know about plane crashes says it's unlikely, but I suppose it's possible she survived. She could have swum to a nearby island or something. I'll be right behind you. I like to imagine that we're the first people to discover this place. I just hope you judge me separate. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just want to explore. Ha! They never knew what hit him. That was some impressive fighting. Keep your weapon close by. We don't know what we're dealing with here. See you soon. I've heard plenty of batty theories, though. Some people think her navigator sabotaged the flight. Some people think she survived. Some people even think aliens did it. I'll hold down the fort while you're away. You won't regret it. Oh, what's shaking, Bacon? In my mind's eye, I can imagine flying out there. Touching heaven itself. I just want, for my single self, a chance to explore. But I also knew how to fly a starship. Reactor limits, thrust acceleration, vectors, and everything. I hope to see you again. I am and will continue to be steadfastly apolitical, if you don't mind. What a coincidence. I have a few answers about Crucible. Lead the way. I'm ready to go when you are. Going exploring in a spacesuit? Now that's an adventure. I don't like the look of this one. Nothing to worry about here. What you got there, Captain? Ooh, something about a stormy sea. Makes me nervous. You won't regret it. Thanks. I needed that. Get a load of this place. There's not a trace of life anywhere. All the weapons are good to go! Wow. I've never seen a landscape this still. This is a nice place. We should stick around a while. Well, I sure am glad to hear that, Captain. I've always said, the most effective way to do it is to do it. But I don't want to give myself too much credit. Sending a grenade out! Don't do that again. Will do, Captain. What was that sound? Oh, I think she'd be over the moon to hear that the galaxy's become a place where women can lead and explore to their heart's content. I hope she's resting peacefully now. She's earned it. She worked hard, left a big fingerprint on history. It's an honor to carry on her legacy. Easy enough. So, are we going for a swim? Careful! Good shot! That'll take out their weapon. Hold on. There's somebody out here. Looks like we've got company. We're really out in the boonies, aren't we? About time. Seems like we might be whistling Dixie out here, Captain. Can do. You got it. You'll have to teach me how to fly like that, Captain. I hope they're not looking for a fight. That shot hit one of their weapons. Well, I'll be. That was some fight, Captain. Ugh! The miners here don't seem too keen on welcoming outsiders. Really? Okay, if you insist. We're clear for takeoff, Captain. Cockpit's in good shape. We're ready to fly. We have a weapon down, Captain. Only a real knucklehead would wander around here without a suit. That's a hit! Come on, Captain, snap out of it. We should keep moving. Now that Roosevelt is the admin, I begged him to let me leave. And he said if you're willing to take me, he'll let me go. To know how to touch the stars, yet be grounded. That's a bitter irony. This won't take long at all. I bet a planet like this is chock full of mineral deposits. Happy to help out, Captain. Need me to take a couple things? What the hell? Where are they? Tossing a grenade! Keep your weapon close until we know what we're dealing with. The scanner's showing signs of life around here. Hey there, Captain. It's been a while since I saw that ugly mug. I'm with you. Let's go. Right here! I'm more than happy to help where I can. Certainly. Ask away. Of all the cities I've seen so far, this one's my favorite. I'd happily earn my way. Like I said, a lot of spacefaring know-how has been put in my head. You'll break your back carrying all that by yourself. Shields offline, Captain! I won't let you down, Captain. Oh, I sure am glad to hear you say that, Captain. One of the reasons I wanted to take this trip was to carry the real Amelia's legacy out into the stars. The enemy's weapons are back online! It taught us things that the people we were cloned from might have known. For me, that meant anything and everything to do with modern starships. When I imagined what cities out here must look like, this is what I was picturing. Did you hear that? Seems like there are lots of shady characters in Neon. Is something wrong?
I dare say she got it.
Your history! Roger that. They aren't backing down. We need to be ready to fight. Oh, I'd like to discover a planet. I can't imagine anything more incredible than being the first person to set foot on a new world. Oh, take 'em down! The two of them shared a lot of the same views on women's rights. Amelia believed women were capable of just as much as men. And she fought to prove it. Sounds swell to me, Captain. We hit one of their weapons! Let 'em have it! And what would they do with her if they'd abducted her anyway? Make a clone of her for research purposes? It's pretty amazing that we could be the first people to ever set foot here. Is waiting around like this common out there? You're as good in a fight as you are in the pilot's seat. This seems like as good a place as any to cut my teeth as a miner. They're finished! Safe travels. I'll handle that. Enemies down a weapon, Captain! Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I wonder how things are going here. Hard to believe this Dust Bowl once supported the whole human race. Oh, they were just here a second ago. Let's get going. I'd like to explore the city. That was quite the hullabaloo. I don't know if that's flattery or curiosity. My name's Amelia Earhart. She feels like family. Distant family. I like to think we both share a kindred spirit of adventure, though. Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all, but I would do anything to get off of here. Golly, that was too close for comfort. Looks like they're itching for a fight. Gotcha! Need something from my bag? Is it always so dusty here? Seems like they ran off. Hi, how's it going? Show me what you're made of! I'm all for that. I hope I wasn't too much of a bore. Well, that was a real treat. A few of the folks at Crucible thought Noonan was involved, too. Personally, I don't buy it. He had no reason to sabotage the flight. The enemy's weapon just came online. I'm not doing so good. Always a pleasure doing business with you. No, nothing there. Your stuff's safe with me, Captain. Thanks. You've taken Crucible by storm, mister. Should we go after them? There goes another one! Fingers crossed we don't run into any unsavory characters in there. That's not supposed to be common knowledge, by the by. Found you! I can't believe I'm standing on the planet where Operation Starseed began. Where are we off to? You barely batted an eye back there. That sure is something. We should shimmy into our suits before we go any further. I'm just pulling your leg, Captain. Amelia Earhart was a famous pilot from the United States. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. No, and I don't plan to be. There's nothing left for me back there. Crucible is a living representation of humanity's past. I'd rather be a part of its future. What do you need me to carry? I bet Amelia would be just tickled to hear that pilots still learn her story, even though she's been gone for so long. You'll have to teach me how to do that someday. You have no idea what this means to me. Stopping by for a chinwag, Captain? Holy mackerel. This place is amazing. That's one heck of a hazard warning. I have a few choice unchristian thoughts about some of them. But I'm going to stay out of it. I wonder what the real Amelia would say if she knew her clone was walking on Mars. Oh. Okay, Captain. Was it something I said? Now that's no way to treat a lady. I just need to say a couple farewells, and then I'll hit the road. See you out there. Get a load of these buildings. I've never seen anything like this. I'm ready to head out again when you are. Our shield just went down! I learned all about the history of Mars on Crucible. It's a real treat to be here. The sooner we get out of here, the better. I really hope you'll reconsider taking me with you. I told you when we met that I'm steadfastly apolitical. I intend to stay that way, if you don't mind. Sure, I'm up for a chat. I've always looked up to her for that. It's what inspired me to ask you to bring me along on your trip, even though I'd never left Crucible before. Search yourself. I'll be waiting here. You're gonna make me blush, Captain. It's been an honor. Thanks again for giving me a chance to prove myself. Her determination is what inspires me the most. She never gave up on following her dream to explore, even when the odds were against her. Living an explorer's life and learning to fly modern starships are some of the best ways I can think of to do that. You never cease to amaze, Captain. This should be fun! I hate to say it, but this area might be too dangerous for us. This'll be easy! Not much to write home about, is it? She broke so many barriers in her life. I would love the same opportunity one day. You won't stop me! A city founded by explorers. I like that. Yeah, I can take a couple things. I am not interested in going on a bender while we're here. It feels nice to make things with your own two hands. I feel like a real fish out of water here. No pun intended, of course. I promised Amanarinas to keep quiet about Crucible, but really, I think Amanarinas would do just about anything for you. In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity. A pilot's worst fear has got to be running out of fuel over the ocean. I can't imagine how scared she must have been the last couple hours she was alive. You up for seeing what we can find out there? I know I am. Are you kidding? I never want to go back. You start plotting a jump to Crucible, and you might just find yourself with a mutiny on your hands. My suit's intact, ready to go. Enemies down a weapon. And Tequila City's a testament to our species' love of exploration. They're really not all that different when you get right down to it. Oh, I'm sure she would have just loved it. The ultimate dream for any explorer is to go somewhere no one's ever been before. And there are plenty of those in space. My guess is the facility thought they might need a pilot one day. But your guess is as good as mine. Take a load off, Captain. I'll give you a hand. Oh, quit pulling my leg, you goof. Aliens. You've been all over the galaxy. You ever seen an alien that could snatch a plane out of the sky? How's this? She let me go because she doesn't see me as a threat. I'm not out to topple governments or anything like that. I just want to explore. It's a real shame about what happened to her. You know the story of her death, don't you? Let's hope they play nice with strangers. We're really out in the sticks, huh? You gotta have a lot of moxie to make your way in Aquila City. You won't get away! Well, you can't blame me for asking. Amarenus and her believers are probably out here kicking up all kinds of dust in pursuit of the mission. I'm grateful not to have any part in it. As a favor to you. Golly, New Atlantis seems to get bigger every time we visit. Nice gabbing with you, Captain. Those walls look pretty thick. Whatever they're keeping out, it must be bad news. Do you think there's really life out there? Hey, you know my stance on politics. I'm staying out of it. Crucible has plenty of folk with an excess of opinions. The further I am from them, the better. We can take these guys! Maybe. But aviation was a lot trickier back then, you know. Hardly any automated instruments. I think it could have happened to anyone. Nothing out here but rocks. I don't know why so many people rag on Sidonia. It seems all right to me. Every place we go amazes me more than the last. If I'm lucky enough to find one, I want to name it after the real Amelia's plane. The Electra. I think that'd be a swell way to memorialize her. Not a lick of air around here. We'll definitely need our suits. Everything I learned from the computers before I left Crucible gave me a leg up. But I wouldn't have made it far without an ace like you to show me the ropes. New Atlantis looks exactly like how I imagine Earth cities once looked. Okay, where are we headed? Time for another adventure, huh? Grenade out! What was that? Weapon repairs complete! The shields are out of power! Ah! Crucible already has plenty of folk with an excess of opinions. The real Amelia had a lot more training than I do. And things still turned out rotten for her. I'll make you regret this! Good to see things haven't totally fallen apart without me. I thought that'd make me a natural in the pilot's seat. But it's one thing to know something, and another thing to do it. I have more to learn than I thought. So this is the Freestyle Collective, huh? Don't tell anyone from the government that I said that. The last thing I want is to get tied up in more political games. Watch out! That's a swell outlook, Captain. I'm glad I have a seasoned pro like you showing me the ropes. Just in time. Thanks, Captain. Got him! I think she'd be over the moon to hear that women like you are out here in the galaxy, leading and exploring to their heart's content. Ah! Our weapon's not looking so hot! You be safe out there. You've taken the Crucible by storm, haven't you? And don't come back! They're right here! You mean her disappearance? You know, Roosevelt once asked me the same question. Sorry, but I don't know any more than anyone else. So, I begged Amarenus to let me get out of here, and she gave the okay. It's her call now that she's in charge. What do you say? Will you bring me with you? I don't see why not. I'd be a goner without you. Thanks, Captain. I'm ready to go. The enemy's completed weapon repairs. From what I gather, keeping a grav drive full isn't cheap or easy. I'm Amelia Earhart. How can I help? Just say the word, and I'm there. Ouch! Get ready. They're headed right for us. That sounds good. You're making me a little nervous just standing there. And yet, cruelly, here I sit. I never saw anything like that on Crucible. I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why. And I don't want to get involved in any politics. An enemy weapon just went offline! You looking for something? Or just taking a break? I'll back you up if things go south in there. You're mine now! Well, we can't keep moving without the proper protective gear. That it for now? Hey, Captain. Especially not when that someone's the clone of an aviator who died in one of the most famous plane crashes in history, I'd imagine. Have a good one now. Will you help me check my suit for leaks? I'd hate to spring one out here. Keep on exploring the stars for me. I can't hang on. The only leadership I care about these days is yours. If I never see any members of the societies again, it'll be too soon. Oh, I know plenty. If she's anything like me, her favorite color's red, she doesn't like coffee, and she prefers her hair short. Look out! I'm glad I was here to back you up. Something about this place makes my skin crawl. I'd rather be out there exploring with you than waiting here at base. The real Amelia would have loved New Atlantis. Good plan. Okay by me. It wasn't learning, per se. It was the facilities doing. It made sure we all had the skills we'd need to survive if we made it out of Crucible. Ah! You won't get away again! Her death got a lot of attention because she was such a famous pilot. Folks still don't know exactly what happened to her. And he disappeared at the same time she did. If he did do something, he paid the price too. What's next? Pulling a rabbit out of your hat? Golly, am I glad to be on your side. The shields could use some repair work. It'll be my pleasure, Captain. Sure, I'm always up for some exploration. The enemy ship's weapons has been repaired. I wonder what the folks from Crucible would say about this place. Need me to hold some things? Thank goodness you're here. I was starting to think I'd lost my ticket out of Crucible. Get down! Anything I can carry for you? The enemies punched through our shields. You just took out one of their weapons. Not happening. We need the shields repaired quickly. The shields need more power, Captain. After all this time as your co-pilot, I think I've finally earned my wings. It feels like fulfilling my destiny. I think the real Amelia would be proud. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life, and her accomplishments. You sure know how to put on a show, Captain. Listen, I'd understand you making any decision you have to regarding them. Any at all. Get lost while you can! I am a relic of ancient history, after all. Do you want to talk about anything else? I've never seen so much water in my life. The folks here seem like real salt-of-the-earth types. They're through! We just lost a weapon! Hey, the enemy's taken down our shields! So long, Captain. Here's hoping their crew's friendly. Maybe you should rethink that. We'd be better off without some of the heavier gear. Pretty slick, Captain. How is that even possible? I'm just sandpaper and the anchor here, Captain. I can do that. At least Roosevelt's a decent guy. I trust him to not go blowing away any cities or toppling any governments. But I'm glad I won't be dragged into it. Thanks for bringing me here, Captain. It means the world to me. I need more time to get my feet wet before I can call myself a real pilot. I have an important legacy to uphold, after all. I have some room left in my pack. I don't think this is the direction we should be going, Captain. Did you make that noise? The great news is that with the renegades in charge, I can get out of here. What do you say? Will you let me join you? I never thought I'd get this close to Earth in my lifetime. Didn't even break a sweat back there. I can't believe all the rich folks here put up with that crummy smell. The facility keeps us alive, fed and protected, but they do a terrible job of informing us of anything at all. We'd have to be cockeyed to keep going this way. Don't have too much fun without me. I sure am. It took me longer than I'd like to admit to wrap my head around some of the newfangled bits and bobs of today's cockpits, but I'm past that now. I bet this is what the people of Earth imagined alien planets looking like. Here, take this. I'm not out trying to topple governments or do anything that grand. I just want to explore. Great day for some exploring, huh? I can't get behind you doing that again. That hurts! You sure made short work of them. Be seeing you. Good luck out there. No borders, just horizons. That's my idea of freedom. Get out of there! I'd love to be able to do that. You've got nothing on me! Guess I'm seeing things. I got one! I think they just finished weapon repairs. Not a lick. I didn't have access to a starship until you showed up at Crucible. I'd never even been to space when we met. I've been waiting for another chance like this. Okay, I will. You hit one of their weapons! Aquila City. I like the sound of that name. That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. We make a great team, Captain. Weapons looking right as rain, Captain. Technology's changed a lot since the Galathea left Earth, too. It seems like most of what I know is a tad outdated. Maybe that suits me, though. Well, they weren't as tough as they looked. Need some help. There's no place I'd rather be than on your ship as crew. Let's get cracking. The weapons are fixed. That was strange. I don't know if she would have settled for being a co-pilot, though. Even to a great captain like you. Are we headed to the lodge? I'd like to see where Constellation operates. I appreciate it. Sure thing, Captain. You're finished! Let's show these guys what we're made of! But I guess that's what happens when your disappearance turns into one of history's greatest mysteries. The enemy's down a weapon! I've never seen anything like that. I need to go out there. I want to see it do everything there is to be done. What's buzzing, cousin? We've got to now! Happy to be helping out. Swapping some things out? Wow! I wonder if people ever lived where we're standing. This area's a little dangerous, even for me. Now that I've seen what's out there, Crucible feels like even more of a bore. I can't wait to see the stars up close again. What can I do for you? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Look at the size of this place. Now that Amanarinas is in charge, I begged her to let me leave. She said that if you want me on your ship, she'll let me go. Do we really need all this heavy gear? See anything interesting today? Found one! Shields just went down, Captain! I was just starting to miss the feeling of wind beneath our wings. I'd say the one and only, but I suppose that's just not true. And I promised I'd keep quiet about Crucible. I think that was enough to convince her. Tossing a pineapple! Bye for now, Captain. What's going on? Why are you just standing there? It must get mighty lonely living in a city this small. Those weapon repairs did the trick! You're a real ace in the pilot seat. Some of the weapons need repairs. I've always dreamed of coming here. It's not exactly what I was expecting. I swear I heard something. It's a shame those artifacts of yours can't turn back the clock and give us some real answers. I doubt we'll ever know the truth about what happened to her. That's a nifty trick. The enemies repaired their weapons. Good gracious, this place is just beautiful. I'm game. I don't fancy joining Genghis's, crew. Really want to travel with you. It's a toss-up between New Atlantis and Aquila City. New Atlantis is everything humanity dreamed that a city among the stars would be like. The enemy's weapon repairs are complete. As for me, I think she died in the crash. Lord knows flight instruments back then were shaky at best. I think she went down in the Pacific and was never found. Lots of history around here. This place is just the bee's knees. Run while you have the chance. Always happy for a chance to stretch my legs. Can't say I'm all that tickled to be back here. If she did survive, I hope it wasn't for long. Starving to death on a deserted island sounds even worse than dying in a plane crash. They headed for the hills. Hot dog, this is one dangerous area. If you say so. That was great. Agreed. Let's go. I'd be happy to sort them out for you. New Atlantis seems like an explorer's paradise. Gosh, it's a real sad story. She died during one of her flights. She was trying to become the first woman to circumnavigate Earth in a plane. That did the trick! Weapons fixed! I doubt it, Captain. I left my cynicism back at Crucible. It's not all roses out here, but it's a heck of a lot better than where I was. Thanks. You really saved my bacon. Good work, Captain. You should think about leaving some of that behind. They just completed weapon repairs. Ah! Damn, they got away. Did you hear something? All I ever wanted was a taste of life outside Crucible. I even tried leaving the facility to see if I could find other people a few times. That one's down! Gosh, has it ever. I'm happy as a clam out here. I've been waiting for a chance to explore like this for my entire life. There you are! We're done repairing the weapons! Glad you're back. I was starting to think you went AWOL. I actually think it's a real shame her death got so much attention. She had an inspiring life, too. Most people don't give her enough credit for it. Where are we off to this time, Captain? The enemy ship's weapon has been repaired! Got me! Funny. Some of us have had the same thought about you. Oh, that's amazing. Not a speck of land in sight. We'd better hope this fishing platform holds up. These look like some tough customers. Nice work. They didn't even have time to run. You were quick. I bet you could make a whole starship in a jiffy. Thanks, Captain. I had some big shoes to fill when I left Crucible. I'm glad to hear they're fitting all right. I would have liked to see Earth's ocean once in my life. And with that, our next adventure starts. This'll be a piece of cake. We could fly circles around these knuckleheads. Fine by me. I hit one! Ask away, Captain. Am I that transparent? Your ship, she's a beauty. You make this look easy, Captain. No, I don't think so.
I dare say he got it.
Another one's down! Happy you're here, Captain. Is there anywhere around here to resupply? I need a few things. Need a hand? I'm happy to help. You're looking a little loaded down. Need a hand? We've got 'em now! Watch your step. It seems mighty dangerous around here. You've taken Crucible by storm, miss. I've got a real good feeling about this place. Weapon down! The enemy's damaged one of our weapons. I can't say I'm thrilled about it. but I'll see you later. We're still talking, right? You'll get a kick out of this. She was friends with Eleanor Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt's wife. Roosevelt actually recognized me when we woke up on Crucible. Shouldn't we keep moving now? We have plenty to do. Solid victory in my book. Thanks for your time. Ah, damn! Happy to help. Where'd they go? Gosh, that was a close one. Golly, thanks. You have no idea what this means to me. I swear you won't regret it. The real Amelia did a lot of interviews in her life. It's fun to try my hand at them, too. No time like the present. Can't hold on. You're looking a little overloaded, Captain. Can't take any more. I'm tougher than I look, you know. I'm happy to give you a hand. I shudder to think what kind of trouble Genghis might be causing out here. All I know is that I don't want any part of it. I'll be right here. Let's see what the stars have in store for us this time. I like the look of this place. I'll be right here if you need backup. We just lost the shields! I'm not sure about that. It travels the stars, right? Tell me, what's it like out there? Golly, that's really something. I've got your back, Captain. Nothing there after all. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Where have you been? Now that Roosevelt's the admin, I'm in the clear to hightail it out of here. What do you say? Will you take me with you? No, I don't. I consider myself a most ardent admirer of hers. Crucible's even smaller than I remembered. Another EVA walk? Excellent. I'll do my best. Like I told you before, I woke up with all kinds of knowledge about how to fly a starship. I'll make a great co-pilot. Don't you worry. Please, outsider. Don't leave me here. Well, it's easy to guess why they call this place Neon. Well, look at you, Fancy Pants. They're down! Yeah, I can help out. No. Weapon offline, Captain! This is a city? It's so quiet. Get 'em! Think it's all right to let them escape?